My people, how on a day? I salute you according to our time, or depending on where not under they're listening to us. I welcome you to this Obongolistic day with another Obongo information, my people. Now, well done, my people. Now, welcome. My people, now they hear it. What we they hear it? River State court and attack at the governors and the House of Assembly and everything is taking another turn. The information where they reach us now be say that the 27 lawmakers that defected are now going to face a perjury case to go to Kirikiri for the rest of 14 years. They are risk of going to 14 years in Kirikiri. The thing, it don't shockalize everybody. They say one human right and constitutional lawyer has revealed that Amewula and the other 26 House of Assembly members that defected from PDP to APC will go to 14 years imprisonment. Hey, 14 years in Kirikiri, my people. No be small thing, This thing, they shockalize everybody. The constitutional lawyer says that because there was no issue and they decided to defect in order to attack the governor, that, hey, something is going to happen. My people, you see this thing in River State, even if Fubara is removed and is impeached and removed, another person will come up with this case. So many lawyers have now gearing up to take up the case of this because a lot of people are seeing it that they are, because one man is sitting down somewhere, even though they have not told us the name of the man, pushing these 27 local government, 27 House of Assembly members to go and destabilize the governor so that he will not achieve anything in the state, or to remove him because he was not loyal to the powers that be before him. So because of that these people must do everything they can to make sure, say, the governor no drink water, keep cup. So they have been doing everything. They are doing all this while in order to destabilize the governor. And that is it. So some people have now said it is a calculated attempt to, stop a particular ethnic group from taking up their own case. So because of that, they are going to take up the case to make sure, say, most of the things will come out in this case does not sell. And say the Supreme Court is the highest court of law. And that's why people are now asking, how are they going to go against what the Supreme Court is saying? And a lot of questions and a lot of arguments and these things are coming up. It is here that we now recognize and realize, according to what the man talk, say the Supreme Court is supposed not to get the jurisdiction to speak on local government election, as the Supreme Court does not speak on Senate and House of Representative election. All those ones ends at the House, at the appeal at the Federal Appeal Court. You understand? Federal Court of Appeal. You understand that the court that would have been in charge of local government election should have been the State High Court, and you understand, so appeal that is decided by the State High Court, and that the governor acted in a haste by dissolving this thing. He dissolved. My people, let's listen to the human rights lawyer. Then we will now come back and continue what we are saying.
Again, I prefer to use the word caution instead of warning. Let me also caution Honorable Martin Amawule that he went to a federal high court in Abuja, and in his statement on oath, he swore that they defected paragraph 16 of that statement of oath, which is swore on the 13th of December 2023, that he defected and moved over from PDP to APC. That thing, now that he's changing his grammar, it is lying on oath. If my chamber takes up this, if we decide to take up this, it is lying on oath, and he has 14 years imprisonment waiting for him. So they have to be careful and give themselves peace. If it is trouble they want, it may affect everybody. It is not the way to go. They really have to know that it is peace that their people need. And this issue of the local government elected officer that were removed has to go by the governor. I also think that the governor acted in a haste, because I can tell you verily, local government elections, the Supreme Court does not have jurisdiction. Anything could have brought up that issue of local governments before the Supreme Court, and then they made they took some positions. That does not mean they have jurisdiction. That before the state independent electoral commissions can conduct elections, they need to collect a register from INEC. It's not enough to confer jurisdiction. After all, National Assembly members or elections, House of Reps, House of Senate, it does not also get to Senate. It only stops at the House of the Court of Appeal. Local government elections, the first panel that will sit is to be chaired by a magistrate in all the states in Nigeria, chaired by a magistrate, and it's called a panel. The appeal, which is the highest appeal, is to be chaired by a judge of the state high court. The Supreme Court does not have jurisdiction. And of course, the Supreme Court will not blame them. It is only if that attention of theirs was drawn to that. So this judgment, the CTC needs to be gotten and then studied. And then it will not become clear those that are ratio decidendis that are supposed to be implemented and those that are obiter dictums that are not supposed to be seen as decisions of the court. It's important and imperative, therefore, that they take it easy, because the way they are going, it is wrong. Like what I said, this issue of perjury, the man that is also pursuing and making trouble, perjury is a big problem. 14 years imprisonment. I urge them to take it easy. They have not come to serve themselves, but to serve the people of Rivers State, and abandon this selfish bickering that they are embarking on. The Supreme Court had earlier before now, in the case of, I think, Adekule, said that you cannot stop local state allocations. But now there is a change in our jurisprudence. They have said that's why we need to see the CTC of that judgment and know why and how they arrived at this decision. And if you also look at it, you discover that freezing on account of a state, you will be punishing the entire people. Workers will work, they won't get paid. It is an aberration. But ordinarily, nobody will blame the Supreme Court for now, because you don't know what were presented before them. You don't know actually what they saw. That's why we're asking for the certified true copy. And again, that human beings no human being is infallible. The Supreme Court is only infallible because the Supreme Court is the last court. You will agree with me that if there was any other court ahead of the Supreme Court, some of their judgments also could still have been overturned, just like that of the Court of Appeals at times are overturned by the Supreme Court. So nobody is infallible. And that is why they really have to check it and see what they are doing. This brigandage will not help anybody. That is the truth. Chike Amawule filed this suit, and in his affidavit, he said, statement on oath, he said on oath that they have defected from PDP to APC. It's here. The stamp of the Federal High Court is here. So I don't understand the kind of the country we're now running into. But like I said, it depends on what you have brought before the justices. The judges, even if somebody fights at the gate of a court, unless you come and report to the court is not obliged to begin to inquire. It's only what you say before the court that will guide them. So, but whatever it is, the people of Rivers State, whichever group, should know that they are one family and should work as a team. Harassing the governor will not take them anywhere.
Welcome back, my people. When I hear them from the professor himself, this is a professional of the professor of constitutional and human right law. Professor of Constitutional and Human Rights Law, talking about the fracas in Rivers State concerning between the House of Assembly, as the 27 defected House of Assembly members, and the governor or the government of Rivers State. My people no be smart, Yeah, I don't know why some people like getting, being happy in a situation where there is no peace. I don't know. So what this man is saying, that in the build-up of the whole thing that the 27 defected local government House of Assembly members are saying, the build-up of all they are fighting right now, they committed perjury. That is lying on oath against the court. Lying on oath in the court is a perjury, and it is 14 days imprisonment. That's what he's saying. So he's just trying to explain all these things to us. So in the build-up, they went and there's an evidence, the stamp of the High Court is there, that they swear in the High Court in Abuja that they have all defected from PDP to APC, and there was no substantial problem you can pick up in PDP that will make them both in the national and in the state that will cause them or warrant them to, defect. So that is the argument of the professor about it. And also professor is telling us that that it is the 27 in trade local government, 27 in trade, 27 defected half of assembly members that are, because according to his own words, you have heard it there, that are the people that are causing problem fighting the governor. So according to him, as a professor of law, he doesn't supposed to take it happen that these people will be fighting the governor like this, that they are causing trouble. And also he has condemned the decision of the Supreme Court to withhold money allocation to Rivers State, that they are going to punish the innocent citizens that is not politicians and that does not know what is happening, that go about their daily activity, go to work and work for the government and deserve to be paid. So if you don't give allocation to the governor, what will he use to pay those civil servants that are going to work? That's exactly what the man is arguing, that looking at it that way, it is not actually good that the Supreme Court has keep taking that decision. And according to them, the decision also is inconsistent. And we know that according to section 118 of the criminal code, that anybody that committed perjury is liable of 14 years imprisonment. You understand? But if the thing was committed in order to protect yourself, yes. But if you commit it in order to indict another person, that you can go to life imprisonment, or there will be that's execution case. I don't know. You understand? I'm not a lawyer, so let me not commit perjury again. Let me not commit perjury again. My people know be smart. It's not a laughing matter actually, but this is a matter of a state. It's a matter of urgency. It's a matter of a state concern that the governor right now is about to be impeached, and the governor is also struggling to save his face and to save the state from the hand of these people that are also acting that they are also have been offended. You see, the problem in Rivers State is very big, in the sense that these people have stayed for how many months now without being recognized as House of Assembly members, and these are people elected to come and sit and work and take an oversight function over the government. You understand? Do an oversight function over the government of the state. And these people had been, for how many months now, has not been able to allowed to do that. And even when they do it, they were not recognized because they have defected. And they are, I see them as people who behave as though they were deceived to take quick action or do what they do. And it affects them that they were elected by their people to perform a particular duty, and they cannot do it. You understand? So they are struggling to find a way the governor will recognize them to take that. I think the impeachment call on the governor is just for the governor to do the needful and recognize them. And somehow, some people are believing that there is one big fish sitting down somewhere, pushing these people to do what they are, even in their own mind, don't want to do. Because if you look at Amewule, them, all of them, they would have loved to work with the governor. They would have loved to work with the state. They would have loved to work with everybody. But if you look at it, you will understand with us that these people are just, they are not happy. If you look at them, you know that they are not happy doing what they are doing. They are not happy doing, fighting the governor. It's not in their intention. But the only thing is that they don't want also to lose their seat, because it is a fight of, like our brother Abechi during his time will tell us, that this is a fight of life and death. What it means, a fight of going out and remaining. And they are elected to do their work. And Martin Ameule had been elected as the speaker, and he needs to exercise that. He needs to be the speaker of the house. I think that's what he's struggling and fighting to exercise their duty. Then the governor also has come to see that, how can I be a governor working with the people? I don't have any problem with them. All of a sudden, they rise up one day and say they went to Abuja and decide within themselves, somebody called them on a meeting and complain about the governor and ask them, go and remove him, according to what they let us know, allegedly, that somebody said they should go and remove the governor. And they now stand up and said, okay, let's go and remove the governor. We have been told that he's not doing well. And the governor also was doing whatever he's doing to protect himself. The people are doing what they are doing to protect themselves. The governor is doing what they're doing to protect himself. Where two elephants are fighting, who suffers? The grass. And that is why the people of the River State should not be allowed to suffer what they don't know, because that's exactly what is happening right now, that the people of the River State are allowed to suffer what they don't know, because two elephants are fighting. Two elephants are fighting, and I will still tell you that some people in the House of Assembly, do not like what they are doing, especially those who are part of the people that defected. Nobody will agree that it is good for you to run the state with four members of the House of Assembly. Yes, out of 30, I think 31 members, and you are only working with four. It is not good. But nobody will also accept that the 27 local government, the 27 House of Assembly members will now go and gang up against the governor because somebody asked them to do so, and they decide to remove the governor overnight. So nobody also will agree with it. The governor also has a jurisdiction, also a right to act to protect himself. So even the court knows that. Even the court knows that. So my people, what I'm saying is that no matter what the Supreme Court sits in Abuja and say, it is the River State people that are suffering the whole thing. Look at how governance are being truncated. Look at how development are being stalled in the state. Look at how peace are being stalled in the state. A lot of things. The other day, the militants are coming up and was threatening that if such a thing happen, they are going to come back. And people, if you remember during the era of the militancy in the River State, it is not good. Many people were, you can't walk around the street, you can't walk in the night. Nightlife ended, and people can't even go to church in the evening. A lot of things happen, and we cannot continue to be in such a situation. You understand? For those of us who have our friends living in River State, who have our brothers and sisters living in River State, or people who are living in River State, cannot continue, you understand, to see themselves in such a situation. It is very bad. I remember those days. If you go to Port Harcourt nightlife is one of the sweetest. But right now, right away, my people, you can't just try that in Port Harcourt, because it is very dangerous for you to drive in the night. Very dangerous for you to walk around in the night, because some scrupulous elements will just come and big it up, and nobody even cares. That is just the issue. There are pockets of kidnapping everywhere, pockets of crimes everywhere. My people, no be smarting, no. I tell you, no be smarting. So I think this calls for a clarion call on the government and the people of River State, and on the House of Assembly members. Martin Mewule and his 27 defected members should sit down on a roundtable conference and arrange themselves and tell themselves the truth, and everybody drop his own GUN, drop his own GUN, sheet their swords, and sit down and say, we are going to work together for the development of River State, because all of us came to work to develop this state. It is not a one person's property. River State does not belong to one person. River State belongs to everybody, even everybody living in River State, working in River State, contributing to River State, a part of River State. My people, no be smart, Now, so the gist reach our table, I say make a touchlight and wait on. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please try to subscribe. All our returning subscribers will say, now well done, my people, now welcome. Make una have a nice day. Bye.